Youth crime rates have been making headlines from the city of Denver as it's in the last several months. Is Denver doing enough to address youth crime? And if not, what should it be doing?
This is an issue near and dear to my heart. I work as a guardian ad litem, actually, which is attorneys appointed by the state to represent children's best interests in delinquency cases and in dependency and neglect. But I'll focus on the juvenile delinquency matters. And not only do we over-criminalize children, and that school-to-prison pipeline is very real, but then we're not funding enough resources for children to have things to do and places to be that are safe. We don't have enough parks and recreations out there for them. Not all of them are free. Then we also don't have enough family that are connected. You've got individuals being displaced where grandma can't stay at home anymore and she can't watch the kiddos. So it's kind of like this nebulous effect, right? Where we've got parents who are either single parents or both working double jobs trying to get by because wages aren't high enough and rent is too high. Then we've got kids who don't have enough outlet for them and they don't have enough attachment to their parents. They're over-criminalized at the schools because the schools are undersourced and underfunded. They're overwhelmed and their first instinct sometimes is, I can't deal with it, call the school resource officer, let them figure it out. And then you're also factoring in that these individuals that sometimes would have extended families are being displaced and not providing the extra supports that they could. So you have this whole faction of children that are just out there, latchkey kids with nowhere to go and nowhere to be. And of course, when that happens, you're going to get into trouble. So I do think that we're not doing enough. And we have a lot of black and brown kids out there that are being targeted primarily with a lot of this school-to-prison pipeline issue. And we're not giving them the resources that they deserve to really succeed. And then they end up in DYC, they serve their 2 years, and then now we've criminalized this child. This is a 17-year-old or maybe an 18-year-old that we have institutionalized, we have not rehabilitated. So I think that there is a lot that we could be doing with respects to getting kids off the streets, helping them be more productive. But again, I think it goes back to this big nebulous thing of all these pieces being affected, and then it all comes down to how our children are hurt.